First question will be Chris Neef from Noles 247.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
Not much, man. During the preseason, you talked about Coach Thompson. You said on the field, very intense guy, but off the field, very understanding person, someone you enjoyed. Having him assume a bigger role with Coach Norvell sideline, just what is it about him that you think makes him kind of a perfect fit for doing so?
Well, I think it's just his demeanor, everything is just like he approaches it like he can handle it. He approaches it like a businessman, and the situation is never too big for Coach Thompson. So I feel like he's the perfect guy, and the team really buys into what he preaches, and that's keeping the main thing, and just coming out and focusing on Miami and focus on how we got to get better going into this week. And I have full confidence in Coach Thompson.
Next will be Matt Baker from Tampa Bay Times.
Hey, Cameron, what was your earliest kind of impressions of Coach Thompson? Did you know anything at all about him before he got the job?
No, I didn't really know anything about Coach Thompson before he got the job, but I would say up to this point, just learning about him and who he is as a man and how he's very, very family-oriented, and he really cares about, now really the whole team. It's always been the whole team, but especially the tight ends, because that's his position group, and how he just approaches every day with good energy and a great mindset is kind of, it's contagious for the room, and now it's contagious for the whole team. So, like I told Chris, I have full confidence in Coach Thompson, and I'm really just excited for the opportunity that he has this week.
Hey Cam, what was it like? I guess in the meetings, I guess Coach Norvell is still able to be there through Zoom, and I get it's similar, I guess, to what you guys were doing during the summer. But how is he acting during the meetings and the conversations you're having with Coach Norvell? Is he acting like everything's normal, or is it?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive the way that he's still able to affect the team's energy from behind the camera, because he came into the meeting this morning full of energy, full of excitement, with a smile on his face, ready to attack the week, and you couldn't even really tell that the situation is getting to him, because he just responds to adversity very well, and that's contagious for the team too. So seeing Coach Norvell with the mindset he has makes it very easy for the guys on the team to buy into the process of this week, even though it's going to be different, knowing that it can still be done and we got a big opportunity in front of us. So Coach Norvell, his approach to the situation is inspiring.
Kurt Weiler from Tallahassee Democrat.
Hey, Cam. Coach Thompson said yesterday, I know at practice he's still mostly coaching the tight ends, kind of in his similar role, and Coach Norvell kind of remotely is able to run things. Obviously, it's a bizarre situation, kind of having a coach lead practice, watch practice from home. But given the circumstances, has it kind of felt as close to normal as possible, just with all the advances they've kind of been able to provide?
Well, I think that is 2020 normal, because as opposed to like a regular football season where we wouldn't be dealing with COVID, I don't think that this would be an issue. But like all the moving pieces that 2020 has had up to this point, I would feel like you got to expect the unexpected. So I would say that it's not normal, but it's 2020 normal, and we got to roll with the punches and be able to respond to adversity. So normal, no. 2020 normal, yes.
Next will be Brandon Seminoles from Noles 247.
Hey, Cam, can you walk us through the reception, the deep pass that you caught against Georgia Tech, and kind of the adjustment you made in midair, and just what's going through your mind as the pass is coming your way?
Yeah, I can't really remember what went through my mind other than just adjusting to the ball. But when I saw it on film, the first thing that I noticed was that James Blackman threw a great ball. He kept me away from the safety that was on the other hash, and he protected me, and I just wanted to go and make it a play for the team. So that's kind of just how it happened. But I think the credit really should go to Jay Black on that play, because he threw a great ball. So really, I can't really remember what went through my mind. It was just kind of instinctive. I'm sorry. But yeah, credit to Jay Black on that one.
Move back to Kurt from the Democrat.
Getting kind of the bye week right after the first game kind of has advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, you get more time to kind of focus on learning from the mistakes made in that game, but it's also kind of longer before you get back out there and show the improvements you've kind of made and show that that's not kind of who the team is. I guess how excited is this team after sitting on that loss for a while to kind of be able to go back out there Saturday?
Well, we're just excited for the opportunity to go out there on Saturday regardless, but even if it wasn't after a bye week, the opportunity to go and play our in-state rivals is always huge. So I guess the opportunity coming off of the bye week, it gives us more time to prepare for our next opponent. But I don't think we were really considering the bye week like an opportunity to soak in what happened last game because we're moving forward. So, like I said, it's just a big opportunity to show how we've improved daily.
Would be as long as Mandy from Warchant.
You know, Miami's tight end, Brevin Jordan, is getting a lot of publicity, a lot of notoriety for what he's done early on in the season. I mean, for you, when you're a counterpart, you play that sort of position and you're going up against a guy that's getting all that sort of notoriety. What does it do for your sort of mindset going into a game?
Well, I think my mindset really has to stay the same. I can't really focus on the outside variables, things that I can't control. I just got to control what I can control and focus on the tasks that I have because I'm a feature player in my own offense, so I can't worry about what's going on in Miami's offense because we're not even on the field at the same time. So when I look at Miami's team, I'm really more focused on the defense and what they bring to the table as opposed to Brevin Jordan. But Brevin Jordan is an outstanding tight end. We have a pretty good relationship as well, being that we're both from the West Coast. We've known each other since high school, so I wish him all the best. But I don't really focus on what he's doing, even though I do notice it. He's a great tight end, and all credit to him for what he's doing up to this point in the season.
Next will be Perry from Tomahawk Nation.
Cam, something you've taken on a little bit more this season has been that blocking, and especially when you have linemen go down, you have to take on a bigger role there. How would you grade your performance there so far, and what do you think you have to focus on moving forward?
You know, I definitely feel like I've improved since I've gotten into college as a blocker. It's been steady improvement in the blocking game, and I still have leaps and bounds to go, but I feel like that I've done pretty well up to this point in the blocking game. I feel like I can get so much better, and I'm excited. That's one of the main things that I'm excited about for Miami's defense because they have some pretty good interior guys, so I'm excited to see and go show everybody what I can do in the run blocking game again. So I'm excited.
Next will be Matt Fortuna from the Athletic.
Hi, Cam. I'm curious, what was your reaction Saturday when you found out your head coach had tested positive for COVID? And did you have a sense of how this would work as far as how we're going to practice, how we're going to prepare, and whether he'd be a part of it or not? Can you kind of compare what you thought it would be versus how smoother, I guess, it's been so far this week?
You know, my initial reaction was kind of like, oh, man, another thing that we have to deal with. But Coach Norvell kind of stepped up in that situation, and he kind of told the team, like, even though we have to deal with this is an advantage for the state because we're used to dealing with adversity. So you guys are prepared. You're ready to handle things like this. So after my initial reaction and hearing what Coach Norvell had to say, I just kind of changed up my mindset and just thought about it as an opportunity for us to go down there with even more cards stacked against us and go down there and shock the world. So I feel like we have a big opportunity this week.
Would like Ira from Warchant.
When you guys had the coaching change and the new coaches came in and Coach Thompson, you found out Coach Thompson was going to be your position coach. Do you remember, was there a moment where you kind of realized, okay, this is going to be a good situation? Like, I like this guy. How long did that take?
I think the first time I talked to Coach Thompson, I was in California, and he said, and I was on my way back to Florida. He said, when I get to the stadium, come and see him. And when I came and see him and sat down and talked to him in his office, that's when I realized, okay, yeah, I got a good coach now. Well, I've always had good coaching, but I've really got a great coach now who's going to spend a lot of time investing in me and investing into my future and not just me as a football player. So I think the first conversation that I had with Coach Thompson in person is when I realized, okay, yeah, I'm in good hands and I'm ready to go. And I'm excited to see how he can develop my game.
Would like to bring in from those two.
Is Coach Thompson as intense as he looks sometimes? I know sometimes he can look intense, or is he a little bit more easygoing at times?
Well, on the field, he's always intense. He's always detail-oriented. He's always focused on the little things, taking the correct first step, the small, minute details of football. But off the field, he's an easygoing guy, definitely. He loves having conversations with his players. He loves just talking about life outside of football. So I think he walks the fine line very well. And on the field, it's intense, and off the field, it's easygoing, approachable, and just fun to be around.
All right. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, guys.